as well as relieving the load from natural aggregates consumption. And as I just mentioned, that conducting new tests can be considered as an outcome as well as an obstacle, since we'll be, as a group, we'll be getting to know new experiments and new test procedures. Finally, and this is the most valuable outcome, that we'll have to be exercising teamwork and time management skills. This leaves us with our tentative timeline for this semester. As you can see, we have been 3 weeks for our literature review and research, and we're already complete with this, and we'll be devoting like 5 to 6 weeks for our acquiring and preparing our materials that we'll be using. As for experimental work, we'll be dedicating 10 to 11 weeks that will overlap with our results and analysis phase that will last approximately 5 weeks near the end of the semester. By this, we complete our presentation. We have a small video, that's like 15 seconds or حاجة when we tried the dive في المechanical lab.
Which wasn't very successful. Basically, we tried shedding the tire, but we failed miserably.
Thank you.
I like the ties to begin with. I have to say something about the experimental work. And I said it to the very first group. Although I'm happy to be familiar with what you're doing, we may want to revisit the experimental work, because you, Salma, correctly so you said we're going to test the 56 days for compressive strength. I hope we can still do that, but if that needs to be modified, then my question about the list of treatment of rubber.
Okay.
Just when we look at them like this, which two you think likely to be the ones you choose out of ease of implementation? I mean, if you were to guess, which are the two easiest ones?
I think we should choose something that gives us different conclusions, but we can have the
I'm talking from ease of application.
Ease of application?
Yeah.
Cement-based and self-control.
Yeah. I would also guess so. In other words, maybe under the circumstances and acquiring these chemicals and the massive amounts of that, then we may not want to do any of them, and we try the last two if you have good evidence that it can improve the results, at least some. And a minor thing I want to say, not only to you as a group, but to others, you are not doing the test to ensure that it does not have bad fire resistance. You're going to see. I mean, you're not running the test with the conviction that it will or will not. I'm sure you don't mean that, but it's also when you write it down, you want to write it down as if something could be investigated. Amen.
I just wanted to say a comment. Actually, this is a very rich work and very thank you.
Regarding the flexural test, you've shown a beam. It's like full scale beam. So you can do one or multiple.
For remove the test, when you're conducting the tests with 2 beams and 3 tubes to take average.
Okay, these are reinforced beams?
Yes.
So you're going to do rubber only aggregate, or you're going to do some
We're
rods?
replacing
Partially.
portions.
Not complete.
Yeah, I understand. But in terms of comparison with conventional aggregate concrete, are you going to have a controlled specimen?
Yeah.
I may add on that we can also, there may be a compromise in the compressive strength and decrease, but we can extract other better advantages in comparison to the normal conventional concrete that can be used in other applications.
Besides recycling, what other concrete property can we improve? Do you expect to get improved by using rubber aggregate?
We're expecting it to have higher impact resistance.
For insulation.
Just curious about the tire itself. My understanding the tire is reinforced with wires. Is it reinforced all over the place or just at the contact surface with the ground?
It has reinforcements on the edges, one wire on the edges, and a mesh on the surfaces between there's a layer of rubber, then a layer of mesh, then a layer of rubber again.
Okay, let me make it clearer. So I just don't know. I'm asking that about the side of the tire. Is it reinforced the same way like the bottom or the contact surface with? It's not the same, right? So there will be kind of irregularity if you shred the tire completely and use it randomly. There will be some kind of irregularity in the amount of wire in different mixes.
We will try and extract the wires. If not, we're going to try and as much as we can have consistent samples of the wire.
Not all tires are reinforced. We're trying to get from the same source.
What percentage of tires are you looking for replacements of aggregates? How much are you going to take out and replace those tires?
we're in سؤال بس يعني research have يعني acknowledged that up to 25% gave.
So you can go up to 25%.
Yeah, that's the exact percentages.
So this is 2 by 2.
We haven't decided yet. Maybe 2 by 2 or 3 by 2.
Based on
The dimensions.
Yes.
You need the dimensions of each wire here. Yeah, 2 by 2 to 3 by 3 is average.
I noticed many parameters that you want to test. So you might want to consider factorial design so that you can meaningfully test the important factors and the interaction between factors, because I don't think with the limited number of experiments that you're going to conduct that you can test all these parameters.
To consider it.
Actually, I would like to start from this very point. I really acknowledge the number of tests that you have. You have 12 tests. And how many specimens are expected?
Just according to the sample shape, but beams will be of 2 and tubes will be of 3 for each test. To take the average with 4 dosages, 5 dosages each, 1 control and 5 different dosages.
So, in total, you have 12 tests, yes, too much, right? I hope that you'll be able to finish this.
Sharif, just something you mentioned, I'm just not saying something. You said the thermal conductivity, for example, how you're going to do it for one dosage.
Only thermal conductivity, because we don't
So
have
some of them will...
Okay, one sample?
Yeah, let's say 2 samples, but 1 dosage. Not across the board for all the 5, 6 dosages. So that would be, but you're right, that's quite a large number.
Now we're hoping
Maybe
due to the
I
time.
would advise that you can select those tests that are really related to this concrete mix. That will not be something that is not important in such situation. I mean, the things that are really relative to the topic. One point that was mentioned here, the advantages of this mix that you have. What are the components of the mix? You have cement and water, you have sand.
And the mix?
Yes.
We have a rough mix design that we have conducted for.
No, you are going to remove the gravel, the large aggregates.
Yeah, no, we are conducting partial replacement. So these dosages will be removing one time 5% only and replacing it with rubber. Another dosage.
So you're not removing all of the...
No, just the first
partially.
partial.
Of course, it's not fine.
Of course,
Yes.
So one of the advantages that you might have here is the lower weight. Because you are reducing the weight of the concrete will affect will lower the earthquake forces, for example, that you have because of the reduction in the weight. So you can see this factor to be significant. Thank you very much. Thank you.